That's okay. All right, so we are going to work on walk trot transitions. So he has a really fast trot, right? And we're going to do a sitting trot today. So we're going to see if he just is too speedy, then we will just work on doing a working walk down to a slower walk. But what I want you to think about is when you ask him into the trot, you're going to think about keeping your posture nice and tall, right? Not pushing those shoulders forward like you're posting, because I know that's kind of your norm, right? When you've jumped in the past and stuff, you think about keeping your body tall, and then your seat relaxed and quiet, and then a little bit of contact on those reins, if he's just so that he doesn't fill the space and just trot off really fast, right? So you think about just being relaxed, and then a little bit of contact so that he doesn't go too fast. We'll do the long sides of the arena. So from the, I know, he's like, I'm out of here, huh?
I'm going with my brother. I'm not just going to stand here and watch.
Yeah, he said, I'm not lazy. I'm not off work for the day.
That's him, not me.
Uh-huh.
I should be that.
He's trying to earn his treats. He heard our conversation earlier. He's like, I got to earn his treats. Nice job with that pressure. She did a great job. So that was a great job putting that pressure on the reins, right? So that those reins aren't super slack and he's like, I'm filling the space, I'm out of here. But as soon as you got the jog that you wanted, just by your body cueing that, right? Your seat cueing that, those reins came forward and gave him a little bit of slack. Roberto's ready to go. Good. And with him, he's a very like pattern-oriented horse. So you'll notice when you're trotting, like he'll have a side where he's really good. Oops, got a little spooked. He'll have a side where he's really good and like just like autopilot. And then there'll be one spot where you're like, okay, before the A, I'm going to have to pick up a little on those reins because he's going to try to get rushy. Good. Very nice. Good job with that pressure and release. As he did speed up a little bit and then just a little bit of picking up. I like that you do not rely on your hands for balance, right? Like I can tell that you have ridden quite a bit because you are able to isolate and give him back his head. Good job. And then when you come around this corner, just make sure he spooked that time, maybe at the guy. I would just be slowing him down to a walk. Yep. And you can turn him in a circle if he's not listening. Good. Sit back. Good. I just think he didn't see him that first time. So if he does get too fast or he's ignoring you, like we've practiced a one rein stop, I know, but even just doing a circle is going to give you a little more leverage to slow him down. So because they're going to start doing that, let's come on this side. We're going to cut the arena in half. And then he might anticipate now and want to trot on the long sides. So before he gets into that trot, if you feel him really pushing into that fast walk, ask him to slow down. The first thing that you're going to do is hug your thighs onto the saddle, right? To stop riding that big movement. Then pick up on your reins if you need it. I don't know what they're doing out there. Oh, Roberto. It's okay, Bert. Okay, so now we have a shorter long side, and then you're going to turn in at the cones. So you could trot like two sides, or you could trot in a circle around us. We'll see what he does if he's just trying to collapse in towards his buddy. And you're going to think about your eyes and your belly button pointing towards where you want to go, even into the trot, right? Because if you're looking out and forward, he's not going to make that turn. And if you need to, of course, your reins. Good. Good. And then bring him down to a walk. Yep. And if he doesn't listen, I'd be doing a circle right here. So I'd be opening that rein. Like I don't know if it's the guy out in the for the porta potty, but if you're feeling like he's actively pushing against you, then I would be turning him to use that leverage to slow him down. So with that one, with that trot, because it's a smaller space, just like when you went to stop him and he was kind of leaning on you, he was doing the same thing at the trot. So it takes a lot of pressure with him sometimes to be like a lot of follow through until he slows down. So I want you to think about when you're trotting, putting that pressure on until you get a response. So not just, I know like it feels icky to pull back because you have soft hands, and that's great, but you will start making him dull if you lean on that pressure. And I'm the same way. I'll like lean because I'm like, oh, I don't want to go as hard as I need to, right? But by doing that, he's just pulling your hands and becoming numb to that pressure, right? So even though it feels icky, you're going to think, okay, I have got to keep asking until I get what I want, okay? Exactly, that's what horses do out in a herd, right? Good, so that's really nice. So you're thinking, I will have some slack when he's doing the right thing. He has to hold himself there. When he doesn't, I pull back until I get the result that I need. Much better. And then have him walk. Good, and then more slack here. So the other thing is when we get what we want, right, which is like that nice jog, then we're like, great, I want to do that for 30 laps. And then it falls apart, right? It'll fall apart at a certain point. You can't hold your body nice and soft like he needs. Your attention span is going somewhere else. His is too. So if you can get a half a lap or a lap after he's been so much of a brute, then you're going to let him walk and build from there, right? So we're just getting those like little windows of success. Good. He's like, this is ridiculous. I'm working. My brother's just sitting around again. Oh, Roberto. He got all the good things. He is. And he's thinking about that treat meter. Is he at the 1 or the 4? Oh, at a 3. Okay. Wow, that's pretty good, though. That's really pretty good. Okay. 3 or 2. You better up your game, Roberto. You're not at the 4 yet. Okay, so we will try that again. And then I want you to find a good place to stop. So you're going to put that pressure on till he's listening. And then when you feel like he's giving you a good result, you'll ask him back down to a walk. A little lower with those hands. Good. And then if he's, I was like, I'm not sure if you were trying to go down to a walk. So if he doesn't, you can bring him into that circle a little bit. Good. And then give him some slack. That was good because he kind of spurted forward and you didn't let it rattle you. He is very soft. He's very wavy and he's very soft. Very good. Okay. We are going to go into the center.